All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we real Hebrew Israelites. We come to you guys with another quick sit down. We hope this, edifying first and foremost. We got to give all praise and glory unto you.
How Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakadash.
All right, we should say our praises to the Heavenly Father and the Son, who are ignorant of the cause of God and Jesus Christ. All right, we're going to give them honors to the apostles and elders, bringing them strong and well. Truly, the law is on earth today, whether we can receive it or not. All right, much love and salutations to the items scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, risking our lives and freedom to do so. All right, so we say Shalom. All right, we got a few various topics we want to speak about dealing with prophecy. All right, dealing with civil unrest. All right, because you got a lot of that taking place in regard to people protesting. All right, the most recent, which was published an hour ago from multiple reputable news sources, is dealing with these Orthodox Jews in regards to them having backlash because of Governor Cuomo's in New York new lockdown orders. All right, the new measure for wearing masks. All right, the new lockdown that come with lockdown 2.0, if you will. All right, and hey man, like I said, it's a lot of backlash. So brothers got articles, we got scriptures that we're gonna get straight into. If you don't, if you don't mind.
Okay. This is that article you brought up that you basically mentioned. This is the New York Times. It says backlash rose in Orthodox Jewish areas over virus crackdown like Como. It says rules that would have a pronounced impact on synagogues were met with protests, fires, and a street attack in a part of Brooklyn, seeing an uptick in cases.
Right. Now, before we go any further into the article, because that's a lot of what you said, dealing with the topic of Orthodox Jews, all right, the subject matter of that alone, dealing with these, these quote unquote Israelis, these Edomites, all right. I looked up the term Orthodox Jewish, did a Google search, all right, and it says, it leads me to wicked people, all right. It pretty much alludes to being interpreted and determined only according to traditional methods and in adherence to the continuum of received. It says proceeding through the ages. So pretty much they're alluding to them following the traditional laws, if you will, and following them to an exact T. That's what it's alluding to. All right, but these so-called Jews do not do such. All right, in their actions and their deeds. Okay, they might follow with literature, but they're not doing it with their actions. All right, and that's what the Orthodox Jew goes into. I'm gonna look it up a bit more.
It's like somebody who, like, when you go into it, it's actually right here. It says a person or their views, especially religious or political ones. This is the first definition, or other beliefs or practices conforming to what is generally or traditionally accepted as right or true.
Yep.
Established and approved. Right. It says of the ordinary or usual type.
That's right. That's right. So if they're supposed to be keeping the traditional methods and guidelines of the law, that means they're supposed to be keeping it to the T. All right, they're supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments perfect. And we know that they're not doing that. All right, they pray. We were speaking off camera about how they pray with a yarmulke on their hair color. That's one example of how they're going against the scripture. All right, the fact that they call themselves children of the Most High, but they don't do the things that the Most High tells them to do. All right, such as going out and teaching to the people, telling them, prophesying. They're not doing none of that stuff. As a matter of fact, you might have to pull this up as well from dictionary.com. It says, what is the meaning of Orthodox Jew? It says a Jew who adheres faithfully to the principles and practices of traditional Judaism.
Yeah, and that, at the end of the day, that's not their heritage. At the end of the day, they were forced to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. They was forced to Judaism is man-made.
That's right.
So they was forced by our forefathers to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's why I said conforming to what is generally or traditionally accepted as right or true. Exactly. They had to conform. Right. Exactly. When you look the word conform, what does it mean? Let's see. It says conforming, comply with, conform to, abide by, comply with, right, obey. Right. So the only reason why they even conforming or attempting to keep the laws that they was forced to by our forefathers, man. Right.
It says here, practices of traditional Judaism as evidenced chiefly by a devotion to and study of the Torah. All right. It says daily synagogue attendance. So to say the least, they claim to only be following after the first 5 books of Moses, the laws of Moses. All right.
Right, which they don't.
They don't.
They don't follow the Torah, bro.
Right.
When you bring a homosexuality, that's what you know. Then the demons start, rousing up. And when you speak about homosexuality, that's the main thing. Even with any of these so-called religions like Catholicism, Catholic, Catholicism, Christianity, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witness. Once you bring up the fact that homosexuality is an abomination towards the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, then then they gotta go.
That's right.
I got somewhere to be.
Hey, I looked this up. This is from Haaretz, Haaretz. I looked up what is oral suction circumcision and where does it come from. It kind of goes into
That's not right. That's not a tradition.
Yeah, that's not a tradition
custom of the so-called Jews, because Jews is the derivative of Judah. All right, which that's referring to who? The so-called Negro, the Howler. All right, that's who that's referring to. Y'all not just because the scripture tell you that the Jews are black into the ground. Just because y'all wear those black garments, and that's why they wear that attire to try to fit that right. But really, they wear it to try to fit the prophecies and put it in the scripture. Right. Jeremiah, what is that? 10, I believe, or 14. Jeremiah 14:2. They are black unto the ground.
Right. That's Jeremiah 14. I'm gonna let you get right back to the article in just a second. I want to bring this one up from ABCnews.com. This was published in 2012, March 9th, 2012. It says, baby dies of herpes in ritual circumcision by Orthodox Jews. And that's going into, again, that ritual circumcision with oral suction, which that's not a traditional, that's not found in the Torah anywhere. All right, that's not anything.
That's only found in the Talmud.
Exactly.
That's what the so-called Orthodox Jews follow anyway. They follow after the Talmud, right? That's all they follow.
Right. Right.
And the Talmud say you can have sex with a child as young as 3. A young girl, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, man. But something to that nature, man. So they don't follow the laws of the scripture. They follow the Talmud. They follow Satan.
Hey, my bad. I mean, that's
Well, I was just gonna say, because that's the spirit. Like you say, Talmud is going to pedophilia, and then now you live in a world where they have some of these laws dealing with pedophilia.
Yeah, to be lenient on the offender, that when it's a sexual act with a minor. But I went into it. It wasn't really a minor. It was somebody as young as like 12, really a young woman. Right. See, he know the laws. So he tried to, you know what I'm saying? He tried to, what's the word I could use, man? He used the law wickedly, man, if you will. He know that, according to a girl is a woman. I mean, so like, you know the difference, right? You know the difference between a woman and the power of her use. So he really set that type of thing. Now you got that. Now, really, when you think about it, now, because I looked into the law, the one that everybody was talking about is going to allow pedophilia. Now, when you go into it, right? When you go into it, it ain't. You go into it, you got to read the article. Right. It's a certain age gap, right? Not children within 10 years. Within 10 years, look, the brother, no, he read it. Within 10 years, and at a certain age, then they'll look at the judge got the discretion to either be lenient or harsh on the offender, right? So.
Right. No, so at the end of the day, basically, like you said, it's all wicked. Yeah. At the end of the day, like you said, it's all up to the discretion.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it is wicked.
Good. May I bring this up then with the pedophilia topic real fast? This was published yesterday, October 6th, 2020. So that's only 24 hours ago. It talks about from the post-millennial watch, Biden tells young girls he wants to see them dance when they're 4 years older. All right. And that's a topic you guys can look into the whole article, but I'm bringing it up because that goes right into this Epstein situation, Pizzagate, them with the SB 145 bill, and now this showing you that these might stay sick, man. All right, they're sick in the head, they're unfit to rule. All right, and they, man, at the end of the day, the Heavenly Father's exposing them.
I got it.
Go ahead.
In Joel 3:3, it says, and they have cast lots for my people, they have given a water for a harlot.
There it is. Right. There it is. They casting a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like said the coin, drawing a straw, the hat, something similar to that. Pretty much what is it, a gamble, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Drawing sticks, like the brother say. He said they cast lots for my people, man. All right, that's what they did. They separate our families. All right, they given the mom over here, the father over there, especially during slavery. They did it even recently during the Texas situation with the border, and they had our people in the Northern Kingdom down there hemmed up and separating children from the parents for months at a time. All right, that's exactly what they're doing. All right, and they're still doing it to this day, whether you know it or not. You got it. But that's why if I may select it, it's a lot was going on too is human trafficking. You know, he got a big thing with human trafficking. You know about, and you know, Esau does that, whether it be for organ harvesting or for like the movie The Hunt, where they want to put people in the maze. And, you know what I'm saying? They go missing and they go doing experiments and all kind of shit on. Hey, this is how Esau get down. Man. And Heavenly Father again is exposed. But you said you got that scripture.
Yeah, because you brought up that situation.
Yeah, about Biden.
Yeah, right.
With the 4-year-old girls, you want to see them dance.
And
That's
Esau
the
was
same
doing this during child slavery, man.
Right.
They was doing this, lying down with boys, you know, putting that homosexual spirit amongst our people, man. You know, perverting the Lord's chosen people. He says, and you Edomites gotta pay for this, man.
Hey, they, if I may say, even on the movie Goodbye Uncle Tom, when they dress the boys up in gold and silver.
That's the spirit says they have given a boy for a harlot. We know
Yeah.
what a harlot is. A harlot is a whore, man. A woman that lie down with multiple partners. You know, and that's what they did, man. You know, that's how harsh the reality is, man. That's how harsh the reality it was. And is.
And picture that. You got children, picture your child being taken from you just so this man can get his rocks off with a horn. You see what I'm saying? He gave a boy for a hundred. You know what I'm saying? Using them as collateral.
Yeah, they been doing that shit in the United States. They got, now they already, pedophilia already legal. They got North American Man Boy Love Association. And so people come, man, now, right, people up in an uproar about this whole SB 145 bill, but ain't nobody got nothing to say about North American Man Boy Love Association. You know?
Hey, there was, matter of fact, there was just a politician caught on footage. I can put it up on my phone. He was caught on footage trying to scare everybody, trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen that as well. So there's the witnesses as well to the video footage of the guy scurrying out of there trying to get to the vehicle. All right, but to say the least, man, the Lord is exposing you, devil. So if you don't mind about what you was done with that, unless you got some more.
You said have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
So there it is. They cast lots of people, separate our families just for their own lust and fleshly desires. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Heavenly Father said, what? If you keep going, he said he's going to turn that recompense upon their own heads, man. You see what I'm saying? That's the time that we're headed back into. Whereas Esau, hey, man, the curse is being taken off the Israelites and put on them. Everything that we went through is going to hit them, but 2 times as hard or more. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately up to the Lord. All right? You got it, brother.
Back in the article, it's New York Times. It's dated October 7th, 2020. The author is Liam Stack. It was actually updated by 5:25. The time now is 7:37. It says Orthodox Jewish and other religious leaders lashed out at Governor Andrew Cuomo on Wednesday over new coronavirus restrictions on schools.
So there it is. That's lockdown 2.0. I mean, I ain't even cut you off slacking, but yeah, man, there's backlash, man, because they're trying to put the lockdown on schools. I'm gonna be honest. One of the brothers said something, and it stuck with me because it made perfect sense. He said these people hate them fucking selves, man. These people got spirits on them. You know, those who got something with you. How about you? I'm shouting. They got spirits on them. They hate themselves. They hate their family. It's like they're always arguing, bickering. They can't be around each other for 24 hours or more. You see what I'm saying? That's why, you know, a lot of the police calls since the first lockdown was about domestic violence because it's a lot of tension within the house. You see what I'm saying? So these parents, they want to get rid of the kids. They want to send them off to school. Y'all go deal with them while I go to work or go do my own thing. And they want to get back to the life before the lockdown. But look, man, the Heavenly Father got other things in store. All right, there is coming a lockdown 2.0, and it's not going to revive as the first one did. You got it, bro.
Bring it back. Orthodox Jewish and other religious leaders lashed out at Governor Andrew Cuomo on Wednesday over new coronavirus.
If I can say this, that's how you know they're the only ones with any sense, though. You know what I'm saying? They the only ones with any sense that's not really, you know, willing to submit to that shit, man. You know?
You know what? That's a
They're
spirit.
protesting.
Because the elder Yashawamba spoke on that. He said, you know, it's funny how we're the children of light. Israel, the children of light. But you got Esau literally going on and speaking out about, you know,
right.
They know about the vaccine, how the vaccine literally will change the DNA. So therefore, you're supposed to like fight to death for that. Like, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Right. But yeah, still, Jake is sitting there just like we spoke on in the past. Jake is really hoping Trump go ahead and give him some. You know, right. You know, Jake is going to fall into what Trump doing. Trump is a bit. You know, I was just listening to the brother. I can't remember what brother. But he literally was just saying how this man is an actor. You got to remember, he wrestled Vince McMahon, you know what I mean? Like on TV.
Right.
He's an actor. This is all a
Yeah, that
show.
shit crazy, right? It's like what was that president? Ronald Reagan. He was an actor.
Right.
Showing you this shit is all a stage.
Right. And that's the spirit, because you just had a recent Facebook executive who told about 150 men roughly running the world, and the rest are puppets. And that's fact. Whether that number is legitimate or not, that's questionable. That's debatable. All right, give or take a few or more, but that's facts. That there's only a few men, 1%, if you will, that run the world, and the rest are just puppets, man. They're put up there to, give you a fall guy. All right. If I may, I got a quick precept for you guys. I will speak on it. Luke 16:8, and then you can bring that back on the shot. And the Lord commended the unjust steward, because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. And that's going into what the brother speaking about, how Esau's actually spoken up about the lockdowns, about the vaccine being rushed out in 6 months and being mandated. And they're actually voicing their opinion, like, look, we oppose this, all right? And here it is, you got Jake that's not, they're not paying attention to what's going on in the world. They're just caught up with the kids and the president on life, all right? And that's why they're going to be caught and surprised when the Lord returns. That's the even fact. They're going to be caught, with their pants head down. All right, you got it.
Back to the article. It says religious leaders lashed out at the governor come on Wednesday today about news coronavirus restrictions on schools, businesses, and houses of worship as protests broke out in Brooklyn overnight, leading to scenes of chaos and an attack on at least one person.
Excuse me. That's at least 2 prophecies right there, manifesting. 2 Corinthians 15, dealing with pretty much regarding the princes. That being a former governor, he's in a position of authority that define his commands, if you will. And then the uproars of the people, which the Heavenly Father said would occur. Which, if you don't mind, I got a quick yourself. This is real fast. Luke 21:25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, which there's been a lot of chariots. All right, and every father showing a lot. The brothers been seeing them footage. All right, there's been a lot of chariots. Every father been manifesting. All right, it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplexity to see the waves roaring. Now, we've been speaking about uproars, distress of nations since, you know what I'm saying? I remember we did a video of Walmart shutdown those 250 stores years ago. I remember, speaking about the yellow vest protest for over a year. They've been protesting and arguing up until, pretty much the COVID came. All right. And now the situation is even up to this situation. All right. You got a lot of distress, which I went into the word. All right. Just a quick Google definition of distress. It says extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain. All right. It says similar anguish, suffering. All right. And that's what these people are feeling. All right. These middle class Edomites are poverty prone, and they're starting to feel that anxiety, that sorrow, that pain of this economy failing. And their dreams are collapsing, their jobs are being lost. You got what's known as a cancel culture now, so they can't even be a devil like they want to be, because they know if they do, they're going to lose their job, or some type of backlash is going to come about it. All right, so hey man, these devils are feeling that punch, which we've already been at. We know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Without, but these devils don't. You see, and that's what the world is experiencing. All right, with this lockdown, hey man, they know that they can't prosper. Their business can't make money. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want it to go forward. But hey man, this is the decline of this American system. All right, the Heavenly Father set it up.
Back in the article, it says the frustration was reflected on the street on video shared widely on social media show hundreds of ultra-Orthodox men, most of them without masks, gathering after midnight and setting fires.
If I may say, then they say that Trump had it too. All right, and then he went and took the mask off on TV. Talking about I may be immune. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on in the news. You got it, bro.
Back into the article, it says, I'm bringing it. It says ultra-Orthodox men. Ultra means super, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to look it up. Ultra. Yeah,
right, so they the super. What would you say?
Right. Elites of the regular, they supersede the Orthodox.
Ain't that some shit?
They overdo.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so hold on.
It's a different class of Jews.
Right.
Hey, I had to look up
very roughly, it may be divided between Haredi Judaism, it says in parentheses, or ultra Orthodox, which is more conservative and reclusive, and modern Orthodox Judaism, which is relatively open to our society. So like you say, they more so like the elite, they more so, like I said, secluded, if you will.
Right.
What's the word they use? Reclusive and conservative. So
Different class.
a different class, ultra Orthodox, if you will. So I would assume
They go above
upper
and
echelon.
beyond.
Yeah, the upper echelon, but
They go when it comes to wicked.
yeah,
They
they not
super
giving
wicked.
love.
That's basically what they is. They super
Exactly. Hey, it's true to say, I said 15.
wicked. Orthodox Jews, them the super wicked demons right there, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Isaiah 29:15, roughly paraphrase, more than that seek ye how they counsel from the Lord. All right, and that's like Brother alluded to, that they're conservative, but you know they're conservative and they're trying to hide their hand.
Yeah, they like what you call it. They literally are conservatives, and the Orthodox Jews liberals. They the only one. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Got it.
It says, back in the article, it says, most of them without masks, gathering after midnight and setting fires and burning masks along 13th Avenue in the Borough Park neighborhood. The anger was also evident from Orthodox Jewish leaders and lawmakers, a group of whom condemned the governor in a statement released on Tuesday night. So there it is, man. They define their purposes.
To condemn somebody mean to find them guilty.
Yeah,
and they said that they find them guilty because the majority of them devils right there, they know the law. You know, they know the law. A lot of lawyers is so-called Jews.
Yeah, that's right. That's facts. That's facts. Oh, go ahead, brother. Because that's the spirit that you just said. Back into the article, basically these are those Jewish. It says, we are appalled by Governor Cuomo's words and actions today. 4 Orthodox Jewish lawmakers representing the areas affected by the shutdown said in a letter posted online late Tuesday. He has chosen to pursue a scientifically and constitutionally questionable shutdown of our community. So he's trying to find a way that's feasible, that's going to please the people constitutionally wise, but still shut it down. That's what it sounds like to me. He's trying to pursue a scientifically and constitutionally questionable shutdown. So you see what this going on, man? This society's about to shut back down. All right, not to mention, all right, because the elder Malcolm made mention of this, how they're using this COVID as a reason to crash the dollar. All right, not to mention that these malls have already been shut down prior to COVID. All right, you already had JCPenney's and these Sears closing and all these different shutdowns of stores because they were losing to the online, what they call it, e-commerce. All right, like the Amazon, the big behemoth that it is, or eBay and other stuff like that. Which, all right, they were losing to online sales. So a lot of these stores are already failing, man. Then the dollar's being dropped by the other countries such as Turkey, such as Venezuela. All right, what's another one that I'm forgetting? Russia. All right, just to name a few. All right, these countries dropped the dollar, so they're using this as a scapegoat. All right, they're using Trump as a fallback. All right, to crash and reset the economy. But to say the least, this economy is going down. There's another lockdown coming. This is what the prophets have been telling you. All right, again, going back, that's the spirit. Again, 2nd Ezra 15. All right, it talks about pretty much martial law, which is on the rise. It's coming soon, man. All right, Esau is going to lock this place down. He's going to possibly use, of course, because of this COVID-19 spread. Which all this can point back to these Edomites, because for one, they refusing to wear masks. All of these stores, they're the ones that define the order to wear masks. They're the ones that you see in those videos fighting and going at it with the employees and the cashiers and whatnot. Okay. As well as what
they ain't got no fight left in them. They been beat down for hundreds of centuries, man. They don't got no fight left. They done beat the shit out of that.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
They pulverize their ass. It's like the Heavenly Father gonna do these Edomites when he returns. Yeah. But what's really taking place and transpiring is the prophecies of the scripture. Okay? And I got a quick precept, Mark 3:23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And that's what these devils trying to do. Okay? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right, right. So this kingdom is divided against itself. Right. The Black Lives Matter protesters, Edomites, Then you got the Proud Boys, they eat
That's
rice.
right. That's right.
You got this, you got Antigua, and you got, you know what I'm saying? All these different organizations, they all Edomites do at the end of the day.
Right.
Okay. Then now you got the Orthodox Jews against the American devils.
That's right.
You know, and they all Esau.
That's
They
right.
all the kingdom of Edom.
Hey, if I made that scripture came to mind, even watching that president. All right, watching.
That's right. That's right.
Trump and
That's a
Harris
good
calling
point.
each other.
Right. You got the
names.
House representative, the House majority leader, Chuck Schumer. You got this devil. You got Nancy Pelosi.
Yep.
He devil.
Yep.
They all
these
divided.
That's
And
right.
that's all the prophecy, right? Because the Lord, our Lord and Savior, Yahushua Mashiach, he told the disciples that what? Think not to come to say because get with a sword.
That's right.
You're gonna separate the brothers, so on and so forth.
That's right.
Okay? Because all these Edomites are relatives. They family members. Either they cousins, they this, at the end of the day. They all relatives. They got ancient blood running through their veins. Right. Just like us and any Negro, Latino, Native, similar any you see out there. Man. That's a family, man. You got go ahead, I'll get back in. That's a little more.
Show.
Oh, brothers. Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, since you're talking about how the Lord actually provided these
That's right.
against each other. There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 2.
Right.
And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Yeah, the modern day Egyptians is these Americans.
They shall fight every one against his brothers and every one against his neighbors.
And if I may say real fast, reason being because they got us in captivity, just like the Egyptians had us.
And Salak, you're right. The modern day Egyptian is Esau Edom. Yeah. That's what that's referred to in that scripture. That's the modern day Egyptian because they took on the heritage of the ancient Egyptians. They took over their land. So that's the modern day Egyptian. Esau Edom, man.
The Washington Monument is an obelisk, the pyramid on the dollar bill.
And I was just gonna say this is at the end of like not just their land, but they took on their philosophy.
Yep.
That's why you got all these. You said they'll label it Sonic, but it's actually Egyptian philosophy and culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why you got obelisks. You got that's why Masons wear the little thing over their hands. They literally use a penis work.
Right.
Like at the end.
Yeah, that's where the tie come from.
Right.
Yeah. The phallic symbol.
No, and then when you go into like what's that? The dome, because you got the Washington Monument, is the penis, but you got the dome, which is supposed to be a kobach. You know, it's supposed to be. So like they worship the sex organs.
Yeah, cunt. Yeah, they're right. You know, right they do, bro. That's why they got all the androgynous beasts. That's what the androgynous demon is a demon with breast, a penis. You know, Esau like both sexes. That's why he got bisexual. You know what I'm saying? Esau is into just different things. You got it, bro. Was that
back into the art?
no, let me say
If I may, I was gonna say he also took on that eagle / phoenix symbol. That also is
I'm reading this. It said, if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand right. So that's what the Heavenly Father is doing. He's systematically destroying the house of Esau. You got the house of Esau, you got the house of Ishmael, you got the house of Israel, you got the house of Moab.
the house representative. The house of Congress, the house of
I'm just talking about the tribe.
Yeah, you're right.
bro.
I'm just using it as an example. Right? That's on a smaller level.
It said if a house be divided against itself, right? And that's what you're seeing taking place right now. You know, in this day and time, man. You know, not far off, man. Okay, not in 10 years, not in 20 years, man.
Right.
You see these things transpiring now. Okay?
Hey man, I've never seen I've never seen in my life 24 years of living prior to tornado until 2020. You know what I'm saying? The year of prophecy, man. And it's a lot of prophecies taking place, man. It's a lot of prophecies. These upwards are not nothing like this is not 24 speaking around it. You know what I'm saying? They're happening right now as we're speaking. The end is taking place because the word went out. You know, this is prophecy manifesting, man. You guys know.
Shalom, y'all been showing about the die. Oh, sorry. Let me see. It says Mark 3:25, and if a house be divided against itself, and that's what's going on. Esau, the house is Esau divided. You got liberals, conservatives.
That's right.
You got the Democrats, you got the Republicans, you got the Bidens, you got the Trump. Right. This shit is beautiful.
That's right.
This
the
shit,
Proud Boys.
bro, this shit is beautiful.
That's right.
And that's the spirit. It's like I said, one brother that Elder Zarkbach in South Carolina. He did a video and it showed you literally you got the Edomites trying in the woods, literally saying it's gonna be an issue regardless. It's gonna be an issue. Trump wins.
One more time.
No, go ahead. It's gonna be an issue. Trump wins because simple fact is you got the Biden people that's literally, gonna rob because they already burning shit up now. That's
right.
Like you said, you got Black Lives Matter that's really Edomites.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And then you got these Edomites that say white lives matter. Then you got Edomites that say black lives matter.
That's right. That's right.
Blue lives matter.
Blue
This
lives
shit is
matter.
all over the
So
place.
it's all how the Lord used it. He saw the tear up his own shit.
Exactly.
That's
Cold, man. How the Lord said. Go ahead.
It says verse 26, Mark 3:26, and Satan rise up against himself and be divided. He cannot stand what happened then. Right, so this is the end of you damn Edomites, man. And eventually, and Esau been divided since the inception of this country, man. You had the French, the English, the Britons, and then it was coming. You know what I'm saying? You had the Revolutionary Wars, the fucking red coats, the blue coat. These motherfuckers, excuse my French, man, but they've been divided ever since this place came to be, man. They've been divided ever since. They're doing the what is it called? What is that shit called with Martin Luther King? That era, the civil rights era. You had Edomites beating, taken down, and you had Edomites marching, getting sprayed with hoses. You Edomites been divided the whole time. Y'all never been together, man. All right. It says, read that one more time. That's beautiful. It says, Mark 3:26, and then Satan rise up against himself and be divided. He cannot stand what happened then.
Right.
And that's
stand what happened then. So this place is on the big one. Yep. All right, this place is on the down and out. That's why, even there was a situation dealing, so I get for switching the subject a bit, but dealing with a shortage of food for the next 12 months, dealing with it was a food bank. I think that's it. It was one of these.
Yeah, brother Taziar put it.
Yeah, he was talking about, over the next 12 months, there's going to be a shortage of food. So that's going to lead to even more tension.
Shit, Dabu just said, get ready for all hell to break loose, man. I'm telling you. Because you got these Edomites, they going to go to war against each other, man.
Did we not just see them down at the Columbus with the guns talking about opening up the economy? You know what I'm saying? They were armed protesters, man. And what did Esau do? Nothing. He did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Tensions is how these going to turn their badge in. Some is going to be the ones afflicting people, but they're going to turn their badges in, man. All right? And they're not going to defend you. The only one, like scripture say, Proverbs 21:31, the horse is prepared for battle. The safety is of the Lord, man. The only way you're going to be safe during this perilous time is if the Lord is with you.
Go ahead, get it. Read that.
The police ain't going to save you, man.
The police never saved you anyway. People got a misconception of what the police there for. The police there to keep niggas alive and not go against the elite.
When you look it up too,
what's all
you about to say something about it?
I was gonna say, like, I was in the video when you go into, like you said, like, they go back to the slave camp.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's really, like you said, keep this bullshit going. Yeah. Like Shaquille O'Neal, bitch ass. What are you, a sheriff? He wanted to hold on to what the little shit you got. It's like,
he proud to be a sheriff. What I was gonna say is, y'all facts dealing with police officer and the bad, but it's a bit more in depth dealing with. Pretty much it goes back to England, and they were set up pretty much to protect their interests. That's what they do. They pretty much set up to protect businesses. They rather be banks, whether it be like corporations,
apparel, clothing store, any type of business.
I've looked up look up the term if y'all get a chance. Protect and serve. It's in 2005 from the New York Times. It was put up saying that we do not have any constitutional duty to protect and serve any individual person. They only put up to preserve corporations.
And the police is and the police is only there to enforce the law.
Right.
That's what the police is there to do, not to protect and serve, to enforce the laws. Right. That's what they like. Put the judge on a low level, bro.
Oh God, that's the spirit that you brought. Like I was just thinking that a judge's only job is really to interpret.
Right.
It's not to really pass sentences.
That's right. May I land back up? I want to add to what y'all saying. When the COVID-19 first popped off, all right, these people were still, when they opened up, they let the people outside and whatnot, when they were at the parks, all right, they were beating jig ass for not wearing a mask. They were choking niggas up for not wearing a mask. But then they were giving out masks to Edomites who didn't have none. showing you this place is divided, man.
And to show you the spirit, just show you how the Lord gonna do it. Because when they do the second round of the lockdown, they like you said, it was so many cases of them beating people ass,
Right.
Jake,
Right.
But then you got a lot of cases where a lot of people got away with something. So when they do the second round, they already done passed all these laws that's on the book. So it's not gonna be no talking like
Right.
that. It's gonna be like some Hitler, hell Hitler.
Yeah, so we saw coming in this absolute type of spirit where he's not taking no for any type of resistance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying as an answer, man. All right. He's coming, with that pride that he got. He coming out of great wrath ultimately. That's what the scripture said. He's gonna come out of great wrath because he know that he got for a short time. And that's the time period we're living in where Esau has been exposed, his kingdom has been taken from him. He's upset about that. He's not trying to go out without a fight. All right, and Heavenly Father warns people that this will all occur. All written in the scripture. You know something?
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh. Yeah, right. That's what's happening, man. The sword and the destruction of Esau Edom draw nigh. That's why you see all these things happening and taking place on the earth. That's why you see the division amongst these Edomites. Because they about to get obliterated. They about to get scattered. They gonna be separated. Right. That's what the sword do. Separate, scatter. You know what I'm saying? When you try, if you like I said, Selmy, if you egg in pieces, if you want something, it's gonna send that shit all over the place, man. Well, you got it. And one people shall stand up to fight against another. Yeah, right. One people, like those folks who pulled the guns out on the people on their line.
Yep.
Back in June and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They got indicted for that shit, but it's gonna come a point in time where it ain't gonna be no more justice. Ain't gonna be no courtroom and going paying court costs and court fines and all that bullshit. It's gonna be what you call that shit?
Anarchy.
Street justice.
Yeah,
it's gonna be street justice.
Right.
Ain't gonna be going to court and all that shit.
Like the Wild West days.
And I said something, you talking about the Edomites that had when they walked up on their lawn, and that show you just how, like you said, divided and retarded this shit is upside down. They allowed you to get guns to protect yourself.
Right.
And when they would try to protect their property themselves,
The
prosecutor, he don't be demonized.
Because it was supposed to be a peaceful process. They're like, why have guns?
Bro.
Peaceful guys.
But still though,
Right.
But still though, look, they teach the police in the academy that the main thing you want to see is the hands hurt you. So average civilian, look, if I can't see a nigga hands, how I know what he got or whatever? But that's crazy, bro, because them Edomites, they thought that they was exercising their constitutional rights. Then they get hit with this, they gonna be like, well, hold on.
That's right.
And they gonna really consider that shit like, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to have these guns to protect ourselves. If we just like the police, when they feel like their life is threatened, a nigga will come on, man. That's what these Edomites, they be watching these shit where the police killing them and get justified killing them. They like, well, he killed the nigga walking away.
Right.
These niggas is, I gotta hold on.
Right.
These is niggas,
Right.
man.
And they carnal.
These is
The
niggas.
scriptures say Esau don't bear the sword of faith.
You gotta keep an eye on these niggas.
Let me say this much though. I'm pretty sure that guy that was literally the husband in that situation, he's a lawyer.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. So at the end, they like you said, he already wondering like what.
Bro, right, exactly, bro. People on the comment board saying the same thing, bro. Like, hold on, that's you know what I'm saying.
Right.
That should have been lawful.
But you know what?
Should have been justified what they did.
That's showing you that you don't have the rights.
See, the police can pull a fucking gun on you anywhere. Right. You can be walking down the street with a goddamn bag in your hand, and the police pull up and be like, nigga,
you know what?
Nigga, don't move.
That's what they're advocating for. Stop and frisk. To stop and randomly frisk individuals with no probable cause.
And the main ones they're gonna target is our people.
Of course.
Go ahead. It's like, said one people should stand up to fight against another. Right, because in this Third World War, that's gonna be the main. Who's gonna be fighting? Esau. He ain't gonna be really no Israelites. We don't got no army. I mean, they gonna be an Esau army and shit like that. But the majority of the people that's gonna be fighting is gonna be Edomites. That's what the Lord said, that this will slay the third part of men, and that's Esau. That's who's gonna be enslaved by these missiles that's coming to this place, man. The sword and the destruction. You got it. It's drawing down, man. It's near as hell, man. It's
literally right around the corner. All these properties are right around
So one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand.
That's right, man. And that's what it's gonna be. Civil war. You know, did it say sedition already?
No, it's
Oh, Salaki, go ahead.
for 6
Swords in their hand, right? And the modern day swords is the gun. All right. And that Jake was at camp at Detroit. He was like, I was like, what's the modern day? He's like, the guns are woo. Jake was on point out there. He was on point. Yeah, he was on point. Yeah, he knew what was. He was paying attention, bro. He said the modern day gun is the sword. I mean, the modern day sword is the gun. You got it? And that's what they're gonna have, bro. That's what they're gonna be fighting with. The scripture talking about is this war gonna be fought with fuel and fire and all that shit. Diffuse noise. I said another thing.
For there shall be sedition among men.
Sedition, right? Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against a monarch or authority. I remember that word on the back of my head, bro.
Right.
You feel me? That definition for sedition, man. An uprising against a monarch or authority, the government against the people. That's what's coming. What people? The middle class of Esau Edom, who pissed off that you damn upper echelon Edomites, you ultra Edomite, the ultra Edomite, you ultra Edomites done destroyed the fucking middle class.
And that's the spirit, because like I said, literally the spirit testimony. I bought something for my daughter off of her. I had to go all the way out to Charlotte. Up in the Charlotte. You know how the houses look right there. This bitch selling shit so cheap.
Right.
This bitch taking a beating. And I literally like right. Like I'm talking about like, but it was so funny because I was able to go out there and buy some shit. Like she probably didn't know I was Jake, but when I got out there, she sold the shit to me. But as soon as I'm leaving, you know, in an unmarked car following. You know what I mean? But it was just like they literally taking a beating. So like you said, the spirit, that's why I brought this up. Yeah, they, like you said, they angry. Like
bro, these devils is angry, bro. They done destroyed the middle class. Like Elder Malcolm said, 85 to 90% of the middle class.
Oh, and always.
These motherfuckers with they like family business that they had. This middle class motherfuckers, bro.
And I meant to say this part. When I get out there, the house for sale. She's selling like I bought
credit card, debt.
I bought like shit for like $20. I got like 3 things for $20.
Right.
Bro.
Hey, if I may say, you notice a lot more Edomites in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Of course, homeless too, but in the hood in particular, like, damn, there's new faces in town. And they ain't, you know what I'm saying? What I expected, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They all amongst Jake, and Jake doing better than them in their own society.
And that's why it's gonna be sedition, man. Really sedition amongst these Edomites, man. Real talk. They just gonna get caught out there.
Right.
No protection.
Hey, man.
It's gonna really be real talk. And these devils ain't gonna be able to get an Edomite that they want. That's they gonna just go at niggas.
Right.
That's when that anger gonna start focusing on niggas. Like, nigga, I see you. I can touch you. I can get to you. Just like that. So like I'm gonna say this real quick. That disgruntled you know that judge or his son got killed. The federal judge on the
the
FedEx nigga came up. Guess what it was? He was an Edomite, bro. A disgruntled motherfucking lawyer. He looked like a middle class nigga. Came in there. He wanted to kill the federal judge, but killed her son and shot her husband 3 times. These middle class, these damn middle. Who you think?
That's the spirit of the Lord,
bro. Who you think are the public defenders? Right? Middle class motherfucker. Who you think the public defenders in these different little positions that they got? Man, bro. Middle class Edomites, bro. Clerk of courts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real fast because you were talking about pretty much intensifying the hatred against Jake and wanting to pretty much act on their carnality, you know, and get up in arms. This is from Atlanta Black Star, published October 5th. So 48 hours ago, 2020. It says, girlfriend of Texas man killed in front of his home, claims white neighbor has a suspect had been harassing them for at least a year. It says 9-year-old son tried to stop father's bleeding.
Yeah, I seen that. Yup. He came to the door. The dad said, what? Now he unloaded 5 bullets in his ass.
Killed him.
It was a Jake. It was right in front of his son.
Right, and his 9-year-old son trying to stop the bleeding, but he still passed away. And that was an Edomite. They got an Edomite space. All right. They got the
I seen that.
Yeah, I showed the camera real fast. If they can pick it up on it. All right. They got the Jake on the one side, the Edomite who judged them, man. All right. That's of course judgment of the Lord. That was just recent, 2 days ago. All right, that this was put up. So yeah, man, that's them showing their hatred, man. All right, and that they look, they not, hey man, they not fit. What you got?
No, he gets some more in our scripture. Oh, because going back to the sedition, it's gonna be the sedition really gonna put people clean, the middle class and the upper class. You feel me? That's who the sedition gonna be with. That's who gonna rise up against the authorities and the police and shit. Esau. He gonna get their guns and then get their buddies and their militias.
I was gonna say this because, like you said, we were speaking about how like you got this basically these evictions coming, and who majority of that's gonna be Esau.
Yeah.
So literally, these is people, families that literally probably like you say got firearms and going. Like right now, you got more people that's actually in food bank lines and depending on shit like
That's
that,
facts, bro.
and never actually had to depend on this.
That's right.
So these people gonna be actually homeless. They gonna, you think like they might have been like the Edomite bitch out. Like I said, I bought a nice couple of things for a couple dollars for nothing, and I laughed at it, but not, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm like, now she see how I feel.
Right.
This snatched the money and everything. I almost said something. Right. And I'm thinking like that because you looking at me, but I'm looking at you like the spirit, like bitch, you really taking a beating.
Right.
Like if it hurt, she wasn't in that situation. She probably wouldn't
She would have never did that.
sold me shit.
She wouldn't have to run.
Right.
Because the house divided.
Right.
The house divided, man.
Exactly.
These other Edomites, they were talking about it. It's the biggest transfer of wealth in history. And the wealth being transferred from the middle class Edomites to y'all motherfucking greedy ass brothers. The selfish ass fucking hoarding ass brothers who run this bitch.
Hey, it was something I was gonna laugh at and see. Most I wouldn't. It had to do with the topic of what you're talking about how these pretty much society is going down and how they upset, and pretty much deal with their pictures as well. Like you said, you wouldn't have these garage sales going on if they weren't down bad. They wouldn't be trying to sell this stuff. They hoarders, you know, they keep a lot of stuff where they're just giving away to their family members. But hey, man, even out there in those type of areas, those rural areas, you see for sale police signs because they can't keep business. So this is another sign of this place going down. And then look, the Lord is taking out. Well, the Lord put the spirit on Esau to take out the middleman or the middle economy. That what is it called, middle class. The middle class is being taken away. All right, and these Edomites are starting to feel it. All right, that's why. We were talking about the food banks. That's what I was gonna say. While y'all gonna shoot my shot, I be saying all these new ass cars with Edomites, and they be pulling up to get the food. They just put it in for free. It's just a free produce or free food or whatever. They back up the whole street. You know what I'm saying? You see, it's primarily Esau. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Jake too, but it'd be Edomites getting that.
Yeah, because Esau is the main one who get government assistance anyway. That's the main recipient of welfare from the government.
Oh, that's facts. If I may, real fast, and get that too. The so-called ultra-Orthodox Jews dealing with those, especially in Cleveland Heights. The man works, the woman is the one on welfare. She's the one receiving the government assistance, so they get benefits from the government, plus the man working a six-figure job, so they get money on both ends. All right.
Before the brother finished with that scripture that the brother had proposed, I just want to say that this was the point that I was trying to get at. He said at the end of with their society collapsing, like you said, these Edomites being the main recipients about the evictions. These people that had shit, probably gun owners, gun told Second Amendment citizens of basically when they come out here, like the brother said, when the sedition come, and like I said, they're gonna be upset at Esau, their big brother, but they're gonna be upset at anybody too. They're gonna be out here
Taking
homeless.
down anybody.
Anybody, they're gonna be
Exactly.
strapped. You know what I'm saying? Because they might give up everything, but they gonna keep them done. Like off of motherfucking Mad Max and shit. Like movies, like
Yeah, post-apocalyptic type of movie. Yeah, that's
That's
the
what
type
I
of
was-
scenario that's gonna be happening, man. You know, they gonna take all their frustration out on business. That's what they really hate. But they gon' I think the word is conceptualize it, if I'm not mistaken. But they gonna make up that in their mind. That it's y'all fault. So we brought y'all, we should have never brought niggas over here. And that's what the spirit, that's the type of spirit that's gonna be on you. We should have never brought niggas over here, we should have this, we should have that. You know?
Okay, that's the spirit. It was something I was looking at. It was something I was looking for. I ain't able to find it. But it was put up a couple years back dealing with the topic of where you see them leaving the store and shoot them. You know what I'm saying? Talking about niggas. You know what I'm saying? It was a racial video. Esau. Go ahead with that.
All right, verse 16, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They're invading one another, man. The Edomites they be going to each other's houses, man. We seen that with the sheriff out there in Summer. The dude died. He was an Edomite. Yeah. An old Edomite died from like natural causes or something like that. And then the sheriff, he went back and broke in his damn house, stole his safe, stole some of his
Los Angeles.
right, stole some of his merchandise. Both Edomites, man. So home invasions are going to increase.
That's right.
Burglaries are going to increase, man.
That's what
Kick those,
B&Es, spoiling houses,
breaking and entering, these type of crimes or so-called criminal activity is going to increase across the board, man. Criminal activity.
As a matter of fact, if I may say, especially during the time period we're living in, I used to hear all the time the leader of DTA speak about during these Christmas season, really like Thanksgiving and Christmas, how that's like jacking season because there's a lot of gifts going on. It's a lot of hell. You even see that's kind of a switch topic a little bit, but you even see Esau on footage. A lot of people got these home cameras that records these people stealing their packages. You know what I'm saying? But I was speaking about this jacket season because you putting up those lights on your house pretty much letting people know that look, we got gifts and free stuff that's, you know what I'm saying, up under this tree, and then everyone can see inside and see it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the season that we're heading into. It's going to be a lot of sedition, a lot of spoiling, as the scripture talks about. We got it though. Or
Say, they shall not regard their kings or princes.
Yeah, going back to them Orthodox Jews that the brother first started this on about. You know, burning those massive shit in the middle of a public street, man.
Right.
You know, in the middle, and then Jake could have never did that. You know,
right.
We'll see who gets arrested.
In the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, mean they're gonna do whatever they think of, you know, whatever they want to do. That's what these people gonna be doing, you know, breaking in and shit, just like when it be like Rodney King riots, you know, like the Detroit riots, like the LA riot, the Hub riots. That's when people just do whatever come to mind, you know, and steal the ATM machine, you know, breaking in the gun stores.
I may say there was just looting in LA as well. They were breaking windows. All right. So
and it's about to be some more looting in Texas with this dude Jonathan Price, who got murdered by the police officer at some convenience store for trying to break up a domestic dispute. And this dude was an advocate for police.
Exactly.
And they killed his ass. Jonathan Price. You know, and that's a spirit, bro. All these killings and things of these so-called black men is just coming out of nowhere, bro. This shit is the Lord that got this thing turned up, bro. Exactly. And the Lord working on the emotions of these people, bro. And they to the point where the straw that broke the camel's back. That's to the point that it's gonna be one straw that the Lord gonna drop. And that bitch gonna just you feel me? That bitch gonna go haywire, man.
I mean, like maybe a little Jake, little kid or something.
Right, bro.
Right.
Something's gonna happen, bro.
Because, like you said, you got women. I mean, even though women got power in Esau society, they weak. Even they just know what they can get away with. At the end of the day, you got women angry. You know,
Right.
women get up there talking about
protesting about violence against women. Right, and niggas gonna be what? Niggas gonna follow right behind
because of that. Like for example, Meg Thee Stallion got shot.
That's right.
Talking about black women needs and this, that, and the other.
That's right.
Topic about that.
The leaders of the Black Lives Matter is niggas. Right. And niggas just follow right behind that shit. You know,
They're the face
they
that
blindly
Esau put up.
follow.
Yeah,
Right.
they're the face that Esau put up. I was gonna say Esau, yeah, they funded George Soros, they funded, and they got a whole different ulterior motives. Again, trying to
They blind leaders.
homos.
They blind leaders, bro.
Yeah.
But them devils,
That's a good
them
statement.
witches, they know.
the scriptures say if the blind lead the blind.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what they done. They
Both
shall
shall
go up
go.
on it. So I mean, the Lord got that set up for a reason anyway.
And that ditch represents death because at the end of the day, they lead you straight down the path of destruction. You want to be a mo, you want to claim a black life, it's going to lead you to destruction. You want to follow the Esau and his philosophy, it's going to lead you to destruction.
gotta come back to your how about Shem. That's the breakdown. All right, you gotta repent, come humbly before our power, do what he asks of you, show you love him by your actions, and then he'll suffer you. But if you don't do so, and if you don't do so in time, the Heavenly Father's going to destroy you. That's plain and simple, man. And like the scripture said, 1 Peter 4:18, that judgment begins first with the house of Israel. So you see why the Heavenly Father is anticipating things on you so-called blacks, but not just you blacks. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. The Lord is anticipating that judgment upon y'all. The 2/3 of you who refuse to get right. As a matter of fact, it was just a recent neighbor who was just put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord bringing judgment, man. Okay, the Heavenly Father is anticipating. Was that it on that, brother? I said with the article. Yeah, bring it up, brother. It says, back in the article, it says new restrictions announced by Mr. Cuomo on Tuesday are intended to combat worrisome outbreaks of coronavirus in Brooklyn, Queens, and New York City's northern suburbs, including several areas with large Orthodox populations. If I may say, Israel is also on lockdown too. You know, so they uproar. They not just mad about this, but they see what's going on in their so-called homeland where they other family members are. They in an emergency right now. All right, and the fact that they are on lockdown, see this place on lockdown, hey man, they had their wits in. You know what I'm saying? Again, they're losing money, they're losing their economy, their businesses. You see? So hey man, this place is on the down and out, man. It's not going to revive. It's not going to bounce back. The Lord is not going to make America great again. The Lord is not going to bless America. This place is wicked. The Heavenly Father is destroying.
The only time America was great was Dad and Ruben and the mother kingdom was over here by itself.
Right. By themselves. Before, you know what I'm saying, the beast man came and tried to infiltrate. Yeah. It says Mr. Cuomo seemed to be specifically targeting Orthodox synagogues that have become scenes of large gatherings of worshipers.
Yeah, it made them like filthy.
Yeah.
So there, I see why there's a spike over there, man. That's where that shit was in New York. I remember when it first started, they were saying that it was a spike in the so-called Jewish community, man. Yup. You know, they going back months ago, they were saying that shit. That's Esau. They filthy, man.
It says worshipers clustered together with many not wearing face coverings. The governor has used photos of packed crowds of Orthodox Jews this week to make the case for imposing restrictions in certain areas. And also because, like they said, they got large gatherings of people. That's why they target. It says on Wednesday, Mr. Cuomo defended the rules, noting that the virus test positive rate in the state's hotspots is about 5% compared to 1% in the rest of the state. To the extent there are communities that are upset, that's because they haven't been following the original rules. Exactly, and that's why there's uproar, because you got a large portion of the population that's not for wearing masks, and you got a large portion that's like, look, I need to get more stricter on these people who are refusing y'all orders. So then again, that's going right back to the prophecy of a house being divided. There's so many different topics, man. All right, that Esau puts, even person. I mean, he purposely will put out there, right? He has a celebrity speak on a certain topic, or they'll have like a big page, like a shade room or something like that, speak on a certain topic that will just bring division. You know what I'm saying? It'll just bring division, you know what I'm saying, between two parties. That's what the Lord said. He come and said, a man at variance, all right? That's what you see taking place in manifest. It says that's why the infection spread, because they weren't following the rules and the rules weren't being enforced. A number of people hopped.
Yeah, that's why the rules about to be enforced this time around. That's what we were talking about earlier. That's why you ain't seen the police really fucking around with people like that. They getting re-educated. Right. You know, what's that shit called? Yeah, I think they getting re-educated, man. These police, man. They going to different classes. They teaching them a new way to deal with the public.
That's the spirit, because like it's funny that you spoke on exactly that, because they had a video out that worked out showing you how the military was literally showing people how to basically deal with the average American citizen. Right. So basically, in America, I mean, the military actually, they're dealing with local law enforcement so much now. I mean, like that's why you got a lot of these cities. These city governments got like military, like Humvees and MRAPs and military.
Right. They militarized the police.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that.
Even before this COVID had opened back up, this quarantine situation somewhat squad cars following behind each other with the lights on, but there would be no sirens. Just
Right, them
lights
low
on,
flying planes,
Low
all
flying
that shit.
planes,
Let's forget about
Jade
that. The shit in
Helm,
Cali with
everything.
you know what I'm saying?
The low flying black
Jumping off the
Apache.
helicopters
Yep.
and all that shit.
They're building all those drills.
What
and
they
stuff.
call it, right? Drills and all that in the United States.
So that's it.
In major cities.
Like you said, we ain't forgot about it. We're not ignorant to say devices. We know how you come in. Like you mentioned the military, it made me think of an article, which also Trump said the same thing. But UK, they said also their military is going to be helping issue the vaccine.
Right, you come with the sword. That's the only way you're gonna get people to listen is with the sword. Otherwise, people gonna shit on you. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta bring that sword to put fear upon these people. Like Scripture said, he bear not the sword in vain with my hair free. And that's when people gonna comply. Like the elder Malcolm said, Esau gonna be putting the sword on people, putting a rod on these people so much that people gonna like, exactly, they gonna just be like, fuck it, all right, man, I give up. What I gotta do to go back to normal, right?
Or
Real
to
talk.
live in coexist.
Bro, like one of these movies, man. Like one of these movies that they be having, bro. You know, these devils is not playing. Where they put people in the concentration camp on the movie. What movie they had niggas in concentration camp on the top of their head? Where they was rounding up people. A recent movie.
It's
what
one,
was
but
that
it never
one
got
with
released.
Denzel
They killed the
Washington?
producer. I'm sorry.
Which one?
Can't think of his name. The one with
Cassie.
Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
And they put him in what is it? The Siege.
Oh, the Siege, right? Okay. Siege, yep. And then in the Siege,
I
what
looked up
was
some-
it? What was
I
it
got
with
you
the
right
Siege? Was it a virus? Oh, it was bombs.
No, it was never
Terrorists.
It was terrorists.
Yeah,
There's
okay,
a bunch of movies dealing with that. You got from Boy Strip, Strike Pajamas, Escape from So Briar, Some Saw.
Shit, platform.
Night
That's
with
like
Yeah.
wait, concentration camp.
Real talk, bro. It is.
So yeah, man,
But
that's
they-
what's about
yeah.
to become a reality, man.
I got it. Why do y'all shoot y'all shop on Sugar Cup and Dodge? What's that movie? Fifth Wave.
I never saw it.
Oh, you gotta check it out. When they had them in the concentration camp, then when they got them in the concentration camp, what happened? They mowed them down with the AR-15. Mowed their ass down. All the people in the concentration camp. Something happened. Somebody was like, you can't keep
That's
that
what the
here.
scripture talking about.
Something happened. They say, gunshots. Mowed everybody down in the concentration camp. Fifth Wave, brother seen that movie. The brother seen them when they came and got their ass on the buses, bro. Chipping. And that movie was filmed in Ohio, bro.
That's the spirit. I don't know.
Fifth Wave, bro. That shit was filmed in Ohio. That's the camp that they was going to. It was in Ohio.
This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 30. I'm gonna start at 38. Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Yeah, because it's about to be a flood of truth this time, man. Right. It's about to be because Scripture talk about what? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? Isaiah 59:19. The Lord shall lift up a standard, bro. But it's about to be a flood of truth, man.
And this is a representation of Noah when he prophesied back then. It said,
Yo,
whereas in the
and
days-
I'm using it in modern,
Right.
in today's
aspect.
Cunt.
It says, whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking. And what they were eating was abominable things. They were drinking abominable things. It says marrying, all right, even that's wicked, such as adultery.
Yeah, you ain't
Giving
even
in
seen
marriage.
too many people taking no goddamn pictures like they used to do when we used to preach off Cross Renaissance. We ain't seen too many people taking pictures, getting married and shit. Like,
Right, because a lot of corporations been taking hit from COVID.
and
They
a
can't
lot
have
of
large
people,
gatherings.
right, exactly. Like, these different places where they rent
But
out
even then,
halls
they
and
still
shit
work.
like
I'm at
that.
that park. Remember?
Yeah, that's a park,
Yeah.
of course. That's
Yeah.
outside. You know what I'm saying? But still, even that much, you can't have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like even in the backyard wedding, they have a lot of chairs sitting people together.
Right,
Go ahead,
right.
It just made me think of something to show you how really truly the Lord has blinded them, like the scripture in Isaiah said. I mean, they cannot see. Why would you want to get married in a year? Like the one brother, I think the elder did a video about that, showing how they was trying to get married. And then he did like a whole bike, trying to take a picture of it. While he tried to take a picture, dude proposing, got hit by a bike. So literally, he was so focused on the world,
Yeah.
not being circumspect. Why would you want to get married? I know a dude I work with, literally, he just got married. I'm like, why the fuck would you agree to that? You know, it's a year of nothing but calamity. Bro, marriage is supposed to be like a good, prosperous time.
Bro, remember the Beirut bombing?
Right.
They was getting married. It was 2
That's
different
right.
couples, bro.
That's right.
While they was taking wedding
Pictures,
photos.
everywhere.
The one, that shit, you see fear on the one woman's face. She was looking like
Yeah.
she was with her husband.
Yeah.
She was looking like she heard that the first sound, and then you know that wave and shit.
And then the glass broke and
She
everything.
was scared as
It
hell,
went
bro.
from being beautiful outside to chaos to like World War III and over. It just a matter of seconds.
But that's spiritual though, bro, because that's what's gonna be happening too. People gonna be literally
when the
getting
Lord
married.
returns,
Right.
People gonna be trying to go first.
People gonna be
People
taking
trying to marry, getting on their knees when the Lord is coming back.
wedding
man.
photos.
This is the people are still bugged up because they don't have a covenant. Like you say, wedding photos and all that.
Right, whether it's the upper elites, they gonna be doing that type of activity. If the lower people ain't, the uppers is the ones who gonna be doing that shit. Exactly, bro.
He says, whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Like Elon Musk, he ain't getting no vaccination.
Hey, if I may say,
And you can say that shit, you got money.
right.
But you know what's funny? Like the brother Car said, he talk about no vaccine, but he wants to get a fucking chip.
Yeah, that shit bugged out.
Right,
So he ain't going. He said go against the vaccine, but the chip, he gonna advocate for that. Yeah, all together.
24:38, whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Yeah, we entered into the ark, that spiritual ark.
Right.
Wisdom, understanding, knowledge of
You know,
the heavenly Father, the chamber for the Lord.
I forget which brother said it, but he said this when you first came to the truth, you jumped ship from the world to the Lord.
That's right.
You know, and as long as you were going to the end, like you say, you get into that ark, that covered of the Lord, that covered cast, because the Lord said it. You know, we got that covered. How about Shemel Shah? That is again as long as you. But it says it knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So that's that judgment.
Yeah, that's when the people gonna know, man. When Esau come in with them truths, martial law, we've been saying.
We've been holding the signs. They even got the woman being pulled by her hair and everything, showing you like, look, Esau is not coming to us.
Right. So
These Russian troops and German troops, UN troops that don't know your people, they're not sympathetic towards you. They didn't take a constitutional oath, if you will. They're not going to be for your turn. Man. They're going to be against you.
that's right. Majority of them, the UN troops ain't gonna be able to speak English.
Right.
They're gonna speak foreign language like
Exactly.
Chinese. You got Chinese nations that's a part of the UN. Japanese nations that's a part of the UN.
The B system, whatever part of the B system, because
South,
it's
you got
united.
You got Koreans, right? All the
nations
allies
that's united.
all the allies of America, pretty much. You know, whether
They don't
they're in the
need
United Nations or not, right?
Yep.
You know, so you got Chinese, you got Japanese, you know,
Turkish forces.
they ain't gonna be speaking on English.
Exactly. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also come to the Son of Man. So that's like coming as a thief in the night. We least expect. It says, then shall two be.
Because that's how floods come too, man. You know, floods are flood. Yeah, right.
They catch you by surprise.
Right. You know, right.
That's a spirit, bro.
You know, like flooding and shit. That shit like the.
What was it?
That was
Shit called? What are you talking about?
Oh no,
That
that
was a
was.
big mudslide, but
This is another type of flood they call it.
they got mudslides too that take place, landslides, all that shit that the Lord can bring on these nations.
But flooding that gets you off guard, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is because it happens all the time when the Lord brings heavy rain.
Yeah, because water moves fast.
Yeah, Lee Road be underwater. Cars can't go past. They gotta stop, go around. You know what I'm saying? That just be a couple feet. So how much? I mean, a couple inches. How much more? You know what I'm saying? The Lord really turned it up. But this is verse 40, Matthew 24. This will make you get it. We're not talking about the rules and the concentration camps. It says, "Then shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken, and the other left."
Yeah, taking me ain't gonna be put together.
Yeah, you get taken that concentration camp. You good as go.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless the Lord deliver you, of course. He can deliver you like the apostle Paul.
Right, but ain't nobody gonna be delivered because that's Jake. Oh, you won't got the cover.
I'm saying unless it's like a potential brother.
No,
Yeah.
son, that's it.
Possibly.
That's it.
Or,
That's it.
or you could be a martyr. You never
That's
know how the Lord may have your life be, but regardless of which, towards the
Majority of them people that be taken, they gonna be put to death.
right, like
Majority of those people.
strive for the truth of death.
Because they gonna have to put a lot of people to death to get people to obey.
Right.
Right in front of them. That's what they do in the concentration camp. That's a part of the torture, man. Kill a nigga right in front of you.
Yep.
And ask you, all right, what you choose now?
Right.
The nigga say they kill his ass.
Right.
Okay, you next.
And I interject real quick.
You got it.
Look at it like a slave ship. Trust me, I put it on time.
Right. Exactly. This is Esau, what he been wanting to do for a while, man. That's why they got doomsday preppers and shit like that, man. He's dealt with training the children.
Yep.
It says, verse 41, Matthew 24:41, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill. Y'all can close it. Matthew 24:41, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill, which is pretty much a representation of work, which we know others as well, like Ecclesiastes 12:3 and 4 going to how one the grinding shall cease, how the jobs being taken away.
Brother put that on the board earlier.
That's the spirit there. You know, the most full circle. All right. The jobs are being taken away as well. I just want to throw that out there. Again, Matthew 24:41, 2 women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken.
Yeah, ain't gonna be no protesting when this shit be happening. When there's violence against women
That's
going
right.
on,
Ain't gonna be none of
when
that.
the police is defunding the 911 number,
And like y'all said, defund them.
it's gonna be every man for themselves.
Yep. And then it ain't gonna be none of that.
And every woman for themselves that ain't with a man of the Lord.
That's right. You'll be assed out. And you ain't gonna be able to survive.
Because these other men is going to tell you that bridegrooms shall be destroyed, that they shall have no husband in the morning and stuff like that.
Having no helpers.
Right, so
Having no helpers.
and then but look, what else the scripture say? A man shall be a hiding place from the wind. Right.
Right.
So which men? It's gonna be a particular group of men that's gonna be protected.
And picture that, man, when everything going
Men,
on.
women, men, slocking, men, women, and children.
You had people trying to defy Esau during all this going on. The worker had even hiding while Jake out there still trying to protest or defy Jake. You know, because you got the impact. You might have niggas up in arms trying to go against E.
Yeah, them Jake's ready to. I seen the
They
video
sell
of the second little dude in command, the one who be speaking a lot. They Zillot, right? They ready to shoot something. He went viral for confronting some white supremacists with the scraps and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was interviewing and say, "Why be out here with the guns?" They said, "Why not?" They tried to intimidate. They tried to intimidate our people. You know what I'm saying? So they ready to.
So it says again, Matthew 24:42, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord will come.
And that's what we're doing to the best of our ability. Watch brothers send videos in the group chat all day long, articles in the group chat all day long, quotes in the group, scriptures in the group chat all day long, man. You know, so we watching, man.
It says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known what watches the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready. Hold on, it says, therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not the Son of Man coming.
Yep. So right, you gotta always be thinking about the Lord returning, man. That's what you always gotta be thinking about, right? Preparing your mind for the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. You know, because when you ain't thinking about it, then that's the day that the Lord gonna come.
Sirach 5:7 comes to mind. He said, make no terror to the Lord, put it off the day. She said, suddenly, shall the wrath of the Lord go forth, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish. So it's like you gotta seek the Lord now while you got that opportunity. You see, that opportunity will always be there. Not to mention with everything taking place, people want answers while all of this taking place, and none of the word will be taking place. You have channels taken down, YouTube stop, the internet stop. So I mean, there it is, man. You people want answers, but y'all ain't taking advantage of the opportunity to do so. Like we said, even before, these people will come to the realization that the Hebrew Israelites were right. You know what I'm saying? That we can give you the warning that Esau is not your friend. You should not try to befriend him. He's not your turn. He's gonna turn on you. He's gonna try to put you in concentration. He's gonna try to use the sword against you. He's gonna use his media against you. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna do all this stuff to undermine you. Try to take your place.
You got it. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, starting verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, no matter of persons or
Start up a bit, Uncle Shaw.
10.
Start at 9.
2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 9. The Lord Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise, and some men count slackness.
Yes, since we woke up to this truth, some brothers a couple years in this thing, the
Lord has already got the end. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't slacking off. You know what I'm saying? He's not quit that way. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking back about the few years, a little bit of time you've been in this thing, and here it is, you're already at the end. Right. That fast. This is the last captivity, might I add. We ain't going to captivity. Oh, this is kingdom. Never ended, might I add. Yes, kingdom. I might got to get that. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, but it's long suffering to us for not willing, so like not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to him.
The Lord love us, man, so much that He sent us out there year after week after week. You know how tired we be week after week. Some brothers, you know, you be excited, bro, but you know sometimes you got the moments, you know, it be cold or whatever. That's the Lord. They picture the process. They've been doing that for years. All right, they've been doing that. That's the Lord showing. Look, man, I love y'all. Get right. I'm trying to reach out my hand to you this time, and 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 then this time. Like, look, get on y'all stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? He's not willing that any should perish, that all should come to repentance. But again, it's our people's utter refusal to want to get right. So it's to the point where, you know what I'm saying, he just accepts it and, you know what I'm saying, goes with the Lord's move, man. The doors are finished to be closed, man. You got it, bro.
Verse 10. But the day of the Lord Yahweh, like Yahweh Shai, will come as a thief in the night.
There it is.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
There it is. So the elements, which all things comprise of elements, atoms, we learned that back in school.
Yeah, that's where you get the table of elements.
The table of elements. Everything that's around you. Phones,
Carpet,
flesh,
right.
the carpet, everything that's around you. Your cars, your house, wood, it's all made of atoms and elements. The brother said, what about the elements?
It says the elements shall melt
Exactly.
with fervent heat.
Now, what's going to cause that? Missiles. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. And World War III, Armageddon. That's what the Heavenly Father is going to bring to melt these elements. All right? That's the judgment of the Lord, the second death. Yeah?
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
So the works that are therein, all this wicked works that Esau promoted, all of the statues, the graven images, the buildings, I'm sorry, all right, the skyscrapers, everything that Esau's created and built up is going to be burnt up. All built in vain, like the scriptures say. They got labor in vain that built. You see what I'm saying? All for it to be destroyed and brought up. Showing you that the Heavenly Father is not with us. You got it?
It says, verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Verse 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So this place is going to be dissolved, man. And the elements going to melt with fervent heat. Fervent being excruciating hot. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Heavenly Father is coming to bring into this place. And that's what we are, to the best of our ability, looking for, hastening to the coming of the dead Lord. Looking how we can stand upon our watch. All right, giving our people warning, doing what the Lord told us to do. When He, you know, shall return, shall He find some doing. That was the latter part of that Matthew 24 that I stopped reading. You know what I'm saying? Shall He find some doing? Pretty much with our hands on the top. Okay, that's what we're doing to the best of our ability. All right, watching. And then that was a question. Verse 11 was a question asking, what manner of person ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? How should you be acting, knowing that that's going to be the end of this place, this society, this life that you people, you know what I'm saying, want to prolong here in America? The end of it is to be destroyed. How should you be acting and carrying yourself when you're in the know of that? You see what I'm saying? You're knowing that that's going to be the end. Should you be just living like fucking YOLO? You know what I'm saying? You only live once, or should you be trying to, you know, please the Lord because you know that you don't live once? Reincarnation is biblical.
Right, you should be proven.
You should be proven. There it is. That's a perfect word to use. What's the definition?
Giving care and thought for the future. Looking forward to the future with thought.
There it is. So, yeah, loosely, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find it, yeah. So, was that it on that, brother?
Unless you want whatever.
No, you can't ignore unless that was it. Well, real fast, this was Daniel 7:18. I'm thinking about. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, we the saints. Psalm 148 and 14. We the saints. Amikos. In the Hebrew and in the Greek. In the Hebrew, Kodash, holy, set apart. We set apart from all the people that's prince upon the face of the earth. Second Esdras was at the 6th chapter. The Lord have and the people that thou hast chosen. Go ahead.
It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Yeah, we're gonna take it physically.
That's right.
You know, that's what the word take means, to like forcibly remove something from somebody else's possession. That's what take means, to forcibly remove something from someone's possession.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the saints of the Most High shall
So
take
we're
the
gonna
kingdom
take it physically, man.
and possess the kingdom
Yup.
forever,
Mhm.
even forever and ever.
That's that continuing seed.
That's the true definition of eternity. Because you got a scripture that talks about how the Lord is going to have pretty much is going to be angered with Israel forever, but it didn't say forever. Though. You know, it's just pretty much alluded to a long period of time. Whereas this is speaking about for all of eternity. The life after this for Israel is going to be a long continuance. It's not going to be an end to it. You see what I'm saying? Whereas here, as the scripture say, we have and what is how it going? Here we have no continuance.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's the continuing seed. You know, we're gonna possess it forever and ever, right along with our Lord and Savior, Yahushua Mashiach.
So, with that, man, that concludes this lesson, which we hope was edifying once again. We'd like to give our praise and glory to Yahweh.
How by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
Again, the honors to the apostles and elders of the Most High, who well, truly is the part is on earth today that we can receive it back. All right, much love and salutations to the Akim scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing his word and sincerity and truth, risking our lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akim on the comment board.
Shalom.
The Bible ball, the Waffle Ball. Shalom.